Hey guys, I just wanted to come back and follow up with, how my second session of chemo went. And it wasn't as, if you can say chemo is smooth, which you can't, it wasn't as easy the second time around as the first time. Mostly because there were more side effects that I was not expecting. And it kind of like just took me for a loop. So I guess what could I say? This time they added Avastin to the mix of the 5-FU and the leucovorin, and as I said, I went through the whole thing Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, disconnect from the pump, and I had a hard time. I had more vomiting, which I had to take my Zofran to kind of get everything to stay in. A lot more fatigue, and the side effects of, just having that feeling of swallowing glass when you're drinking water. That lingered on even today. Let's see, that was Friday that I got disconnected, so that's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 6 days out from being disconnected, I'm still experiencing very much a lot of sensitivity in my mouth and my throat. Just to drink regular water hurts. So I figured out a way to drink the water to keep myself hydrated by heating it up like I'm going to have tea. But I put my imaginary tea bag in. There's no tea bag. But because I don't want to be peeing or urinating, tea is a diuretic. And so I didn't want to have that be the situation. So I've been drinking literally hot water to keep myself hydrated, because it's the only thing that tastes okay. The other thing that I noticed, I have developed what they call hand and foot disease. If you've ever seen it before, mine is very slight. You probably don't ever see people put their hands up on a screen just to show you, but I have little black marks developing underneath my skin. And this is not as bad as my feet. My feet have black spots, and I'll show you one more thing that has started to develop. You ready? I know you see it. Yeah, I was shocked too. Black spots on my tongue, and these are developing because of the chemo. I understand that once I stop treatment, that they will go away, and I'm okay with that. There's another YouTuber that is going through the similar journey as mine, and you can see his very apparent that his is a lot stronger than mine. I imagine mine will gradually develop to that as well, where it's very dark, almost close to the same complexion as the other side of my hand. But I can deal with that. I'm a diva. So the other thing is, the Avastin is causing my blood pressure to go way out of whack, and that is one of the side effects of Avastin. And so what I need to do is adjust my regular blood pressure medicine to combat that, because you just can't keep getting chemo and having your blood pressure not under control. So I'm working on that. I'm waiting to hear back from my cardiologist. So I am going to move forward. Obviously there's nowhere else to go except for forward. So I hope that this is information that will help someone else that maybe they haven't gotten as far in their sessions as I have. I still got 10 more to go. I start back up on my chemo next week, Wednesday. And obviously after they do all my blood work and check everything to make sure everything's okay, then I can move forward. So pray for me that I can get my blood pressure under control. Today is the first day, 6th day out of treatment, that I feel like energy. I feel like, wow, this is great. The only other thing that I'm really experiencing, along with just the fatigue, is the neuropathy is setting in. Neuropathy basically is dealing with my, fingers, fingertips, feet, toes, and it feels like, my hands are frostbitten most of the time. If I even go and get something out of the refrigerator, let alone not the freezer. But I literally feel like my fingers are just frostbitten, and there are times where I just put little gloves on just to kind of make them feel a little bit warmer, and I feel like I need to protect them more. But they're going to have to adjust the chemo for that as well, because neuropathy is something that, if it gets out of control, it's not reversible. It's not like something, oh, I stopped treatment and it'll come back. I may never get the nerve endings to be their normal self. So we're monitoring that as well. So be on the lookout for that if you are going through treatment for colon cancer or any cancer. That's what happens with chemo. Okay, I'll give you guys another update next week, maybe after my third session. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.